Do you want to hammock camping with your friends? Want to enjoy beautiful and colorful sceneries, hanging in the middle of the tree and embrace nature? But scared and worried? Because your previous camping experience is not pleasant at all. You are not daring to go hammock camping because of some unwanted mistakes. Well, don't worry. This Hammock Mistakes article is just for you. At present, hammock camping becomes more popular among us. Most of the adventurous people enjoy their camping by using a hammock. But sometimes the campers make some hammock camping mistakes which hamper their campsite, and they don't enjoy the beauty of nature. Think you were enjoying the beauty of the night in sleeping your hammock, but suddenly you fell from the hammock, or you could not sleep comfortably on the hammock, or you forgot to bring the essentials from home while champing the hammock. This is called hammock camping mistakes. You may have made these mistakes or ignored these things which may at one time discourage you from camping, or you may be disturbed while camping. So from my own experience, I made a list of this camping mistake. By avoiding this, hammock campers will also be able to keep their personal camping experience memorable. Now here in this video, I discuss in detail hammock mistakes that I gathered from my own experience. By learning from these mistakes, I think you can avoid these errors and enjoy your hammock camping. Buy the right hammock before camping. You must make sure that you choose the right hammock. Buying an expensive hammock from a reputable manufacturer does not mean that every part of the hammock will work properly. So for your protection, you need to double check. You need to be sure that you are buying models specifically designed for camping. Since hammock camping is so popular now, the number of low-quality hammocks has increased in the market. Avoid cheap attacks. Believe me, and they will only cause problems. Buy that model of the hammock which is made with high-strength, durable materials and capable of carrying more weight than your weight. That is why I am not hesitating to buy from a reputable brand. Practicing. You do not want to be in the woods due to a lack of gear required during camping. If you not, then the first thing you have to do is practicing. An adequately positioned hammock is a kind of art. If you set up your hammock correctly, you can be sure that you are going to get that perfect hang of a good night's rest. As we all know, practice makes a man perfect. So it is also crucial for setting a hammock. Before going to camping with hammock and avoid hammock mistakes, you must practice setting up your hammock correctly in your backyards first. Many of us skip these steps and fall in trouble while camping in the woods. For successful camping, it is crucial to set up the necessary camping equipment within a time. How you set up this equipment is a puzzle. So if you adjust this abrasive at home, you will know that you have all the camping gear you need and can comfortably camp in the forest. Lack of insulation. You will spend the night in the hammock camping but do not use any insulation. This is the most foolish act. It is a widespread hammock mistake done by the new hammock campers. It is a mistake that you can quickly learn from and correct your errors. When you leave the tent and spend the night on a hammock, you have 360-degree airflow around, which we underestimate. This is called convection. If you don't know about it, don't worry, let me explain. Since most of the hammocks are made in nylon, when you spend the night in the hammock, the cold air that flows around, you make your body extremely cold. This is quite a problem for hammock campers. So to avoid that cold environment, you should have an insulation system in a hammock. There are many insulation systems. So you have to choose it on your situation and temperature, where you plan to camp. The most popular insulation systems under a quilt and insulated sleeping pads. During camping, if your night temperature is below 70 degrees, you will feel the terrible cold. So, in that case, you need excellent under quilt. Otherwise, you have a cold, and you will not be able to camp. And if you have a budget, invest in a top quilt too. However, there is another budget-friendly insulation system. Depending on the environment, many people look for insulation systems in different ways. Forget to bring a tarp while camping. The best you can get hammock is to feel nature and stargazing. To see the stars of the sky and to swing in the gentle breeze and to fall asleep is the best of hammock camping. But the weather may not always suit you. That means if you have a sudden rain, then you need a tarp to avoid that situation. My general rule of camping is always to keep the tarp. When camping, it is essential to keep a tarp such as under quilt. The tarp protects you from stormy winds, keeps you warm, and protects you from adverse rain. Also, the tarp keeps your camping gear and backpacking gear dry. Hanging your tarp too high. When you hang your tarp on top of your hammock, try to keep your tarp as close to the ground as you can. What it does is your body's heat will get stuck inside the tarp, and you will feel less cold. If your tarp is too high above the ground, cold air will enter your hammock very quickly. If you cannot keep your tarp close to the ground if necessary, you can withstand rubbing on the outside of the tarp. For more information, visit outdoorexpart.com. Full article link given in the description box. Thanks for watching this video. Stay with outdoorexpart.com. Subscribe our channel for more camping tips and tricks.